Hey, it's registered dietitian Jacqueline Gomes, and today we are making dinner. Have you ever been in the produce department and thought, what the heck is this thing? It's hard as a rock, it's in the produce department, must be a veggie, how do we use it? So we're gonna look at the inside of our spaghetti squash today. We're gonna cut it in half, we're gonna bake it, and on the inside you're gonna see these gorgeous yellow strands that we're gonna use as our vegetable base for our dinner tonight. We're gonna top it off with a super simple ground turkey sauce. It's like basic. We're talking onion, garlic, just a little bit of tomato sauce, and it's gonna be delicious. Some salt and pepper, herbs, you're gonna love it. So the first thing that we should do is cut our spaghetti squash in half. So let's get to it. So let me just move a couple of these things over. So now I always rinse my spaghetti squash or any vegetable before you get started. You never know what's hanging out on the outside of it. Real simple. They are tough, so you want to make sure that you're using a really good quality knife here. And you're just going to cut the end off. You want to just slice it right down the middle. Now I'm not saying you don't need some elbow grease in here. You kind of do. But just give it, it's a little bit tough, but if you kind of go slowly and nice and easy, you'll definitely be able to get it. All right, so there we go. Okay, so now that's the inside of your squash here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab a spoon and a fork and just take out the seeds. Okay, so using your spoon, you can just sort of gather all of the seeds together here. And once you've got everybody kind of piled up there in the middle, you just scrape them out. Real simple. Almost like carving a pumpkin a little bit, right? They do kind of sort of come from the same family. All right, and just set those aside. Once we've got all the seeds taken out, you're gonna take a prepared pan. Remember, I always like to line my pans with aluminum foil. You could use parchment paper as well. And I'm just going to spray it down. Take your spaghetti squash, place it upside down just like that. We're gonna pour a little bit of water into the pan just to create a little bit of steam, not much. And then we're gonna put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. Try not to over bake it because it will get very watery and mushy. And I like mine to be a little bit on the al dente side. Okay, all set, in the oven it goes. Okay, so now that we've got our squash in the oven, we're just gonna chop up an onion and some garlic cloves. So I have about 1.25 pounds of ground turkey. It's extra lean, 97% lean, that's what I like. And I'm gonna use maybe half an onion or so, kind of eyeball it and see what works in there. So this onion's pretty big, so I'm gonna use a little bit less. So just give this a nice chop. And then when you get to your garlic, just mince that, set that aside, and let's head over to our pot. Okay, so we have our pot warming up here, and I'm just gonna add maybe like a tablespoon of olive oil. Really don't need much. Okay, let's add our onions and garlic. Okay, I'm just gonna add just a pinch of salt to my onions. And I think we're ready for our turkey, okay? See, this is easy. This is like a quick meal for the week, for a weeknight. It's like not a big deal. You just want to break up all your turkey and get everything well combined. This is going to take maybe about 10 minutes or so to cook through, and then we'll be ready for our sauce. And now we're ready for our tomato sauce. Okay, we're back. They're out of the oven. Our turkey sauce is ready to go. So when these first come out of the oven, they're blazing hot. I mean, piping hot. So just be really careful. I would just let them cool off a little bit, turn them over. Just grab a dish towel, pick it up with your hand, and you can see there it's nice and cooked through. And look at this. All right. So just grab a fork, grab a towel so that you don't burn yourself, and it's really simple, ladies. You just scrape away the sides, and look at these beautiful strands that you have here in the middle. Delicious. So you can eat it right out of the shell if you like. I have no problems with that, but I'm going to be serving mine on a plate. Now, the reason why spaghetti squash is such a awesome food for weight loss goals is that you really can eat quite a bit of it for little calories. So 1 cup is only 50 calories. So what I'm gonna do is probably have about 2 cups of this. Just keep scraping until everything comes out. It's really, really simple. You could totally season it with a little salt and pepper. You could even add some extra tomato sauce on it. It's got a really simple, plain flavor spaghetti squash. I mean, there's nothing not to like. So I just like adding what I'm already using as my meal and just kind of enhance the flavor with that. So we're using our turkey sauce. So I'm just gonna place that right on top. You can use anything you like, really. I mean, totally up to you. Wonderful. Let's give it a try. Delicious. It's so savory. This is like the perfect meal if you're managing your weight. You get so much volume from the spaghetti squash. The turkey sauce is so savory and really, really tasty. I hope that you enjoy it. Try it. Spaghetti squash does not have to be this obscure vegetable in your produce department. Throw it in your cart, give it a try. Let me know how you like it. I hope you enjoyed this video and have an awesome day, everybody.